art with tape challenge. I mean, I have plenty of that. So if you're a kid and you go to a restaurant, you get a coloring sheet for a menu, which I don't know about you, but I actually always did those as a kid. A lot of people I know are like, no, I never colored those in, but I did. I love coloring those things. Those are near and dear to my heart. So I recently went to a restaurant and I got a coloring sheet. Well, I didn't get it, my sister did, but I colored it in because she didn't want to. And on the way out, I was like, hey, this could make for a cool art challenge. So I told my grandma, can you get me one of these? Can you give me one of these on the way out for the house? And obviously, if you ask your grandma to get one of something, she gets you a bunch. I think that we can go ahead and color one in. So I got one right here. Let's get my blue tape so that it doesn't move out of the frame. Should be good, I think. It's slightly crooked, can't be having that now, can we? It would look better if it was a little bit less crooked. I think the camera's actually just a little crooked, so I gotta line it up a little lopsided. Now, before I start, I just want to say I got this sheet from Coratison, which if you live in Louisiana, you know what that is. It's like gourmet seafood. It was recently my mom's birthday, so we got a special treat, and we got to go get some gumbo and stuff. It's gourmet Cajun seafood. It's like all fried. It's not actually like sushi or something. So what's up? I'm in a voiceover now. How's it going? So when it came to the colors, I had two extremely warm and two extremely cool colors, which I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's actually really good for this coloring sheet. So most of the animals in the front can be achieved with really cold, like greens and blues, for their main color schemes. And the sun's kind of setting, so I thought, make the sky this really bright yellow with a red kind of gradient coming from the bottom, and then with all the green and blue in the foreground, it'll make a really nice contrast. Now, I did run into some difficulties with using the crayons. I haven't actually colored with crayons in a while. They got dull really fast, and I didn't want to have to use 2 sets of crayons, even though I had them, because I wanted this challenge to be 100% authentic, what you would get at a restaurant. So what I did to sharpen them was I rubbed them down somewhere else where I needed them on the color sheet. They're just the biggest space I could find. I rubbed down one edge in that area, and the other tip would become sharp, and I could go detail where I needed it until it became dull again. Now, they actually layered pretty good. Like, I was able to put crayon on top of crayon really decently. It wasn't that hard to do. But what I did run into is that they were really, really oily. So, like, you'd be rubbing, and then it would be so oily, it'd cover up some of the black on the actual drawing. But I just kind of used my finger and rubbed it where I didn't want to be, and most of it came off when it was on that line art. So as you can see, I'm starting off with the background. I'm using it to make the sky and the water, and then I kind of start working my way. I start coloring the animal's base tone in, and I start adding then a layer of shadow, then I start adding the sun's highlights, then I go back and add little details, and I kind of all worked it up from, the sky and the water. Now, there is no turning back. With pencil colors, you can kind of erase where you've been and backtrack a little bit, but with crayons, you can't really erase much. And even if you could, I wouldn't have done it because, like I said, you don't have an eraser randomly on you on a restaurant. Unless you're like one of those people who just carries around art supplies because they get bored randomly and want to draw. But I'm not one of those people. I tend to carry around my mini game consoles, like all my Switches and my DS's and my Wii's and my Xboxes and my PlayStations, and then I just carry around that TV, because, you can't play an Xbox without the TV, so you gotta kind of bring all that, or, why would you go anywhere if you couldn't bring all your devices? So what I started noticing is that everything was becoming flat on top of the water. The frog was green and the water was blue, and I always go back and add shadows with the blue on top of the green, so it kind of all started blending in. So what I had to do was go back and add this really light highlight around all of them with the yellow from the sun. And with that, I achieved a really warm, rich background with a cool, calm foreground with a really warm, nice atmosphere. And I just dropped a little bell. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. I have a video coming out where I have to where I decorated my stage a little bit, so yeah, that's remnants of that. Just got done filming that. It's a fun character design. Make sure to stick around for it. Wait a second. Okay, where's something I can give this example with? So, see that turtle? Alright, move your eyes over here to that turtle. Okay, they copy and pasted the turtle. Wait, that turtle was copy and pasted too. Wait, that one's the same also. Wait, all these turtles are just the same turtles. What's that all about? Why are they the same turtles? I can't color them in the same. I gotta put some variety. Maybe I can like color this one shell green and body yellow. And with the whole turtle thing, that helped me to realize that I was lacking some variety. Everything was colored in the same and it started looking like just mush. So what I had to do was go back and add different colors on top of colors and mix colors to make oranges and reds and blues that I hadn't made before. I went back and added some green and yellow to the water. I added some shadows under everybody's feet and just made it look overall a little bit like, I like things when they're easy to look at, but I made it a little harder to look at because like before it was just mush and your eye was just, it looked at everything at once. But now you actually have some space to look around and see what's all going on in the scene. The line art of this coloring sheet is actually messed up in so many ways. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like they took a bunch of images off the internet and mixed them together. Some stuff has solid shading, some stuff has lots of detail, some stuff has no detail, a bunch of stuff is just copy and pasted, some stuff is stylized, some stuff isn't. And overall, it doesn't look like it should be one image. So another main goal of mine was to try to make it look like it all fit together in one scene. That, folks, we can call it done. This was such a fun challenge to do, actually. This brought back so much nostalgia, and I'm so glad that I'm able to actually video it now, because I've actually had ideas like this I can finally execute, because I just got a camera. Let's go ahead and put this over. What? There's a backside? Maze. Huh. Well, I'm always willing to take any challenge when it comes to a maze. Let's do this. So there we are. I've completed the maze. I mean, I did run into a couple of dead ends, but I quickly got out of them. And what do you expect? These kids' menu mazes are really difficult. Oh, word search? Why wouldn't I do a word search? I'm looking for bass. There it is. Alright, alligator. There it is. Okay, turtle. There it is. You know what? This is too easy. I'm not even gonna finish this. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to go watch another video. It doesn't have to be by me, it just has to be another video. I really don't care what you watch. I have no control over you. In all seriousness, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. I think I did a good job of making the warms on cools and the cools on warms and giving it an overall yellowish atmosphere. So yeah, if you want to see more random weird challenges like this, let me know. And if you have any ideas, I'd really love to hear them. If you really did have a random idea for a challenge similar to Kids Menu Challenge, it could be art with tape challenge. I mean, I have plenty of that. Leave it in the suggestion box below. And yeah, alright. I guess that's the end of the video.